Hey guys, and welcome back to the Let's Play the Talos Principle, where I can't count. I was just doing a countdown for us to start, and although I said 5-4 on my hand, I held up 5 fingers, and then I put down my pinky and thumb at the same time and said 4.
So he's holding up 3 fingers and said 4, because...
4 is right out.
Right. Or left. Something like that. And he has an awkward chair. I was adjusting myself in the chair and nearly fell over. You need a new chair, dude.
I have a new chair, I'm sitting in it.
I know. I'm the guest Let's Player, and you give me your derpy old chair.
There's like 6 chairs to choose from.
Those are dining room chairs. They're made of wood. That's comfortable.
Alright.
I'm lost.
Well, go to the one that doesn't have an X in front of it.
Which one is that? Okay,
Well,
this one
that-
has an X.
That one does not.
I want to go to the ocean. Okay, let me go over this way. Here we are. Trapped inside.
As opposed to locked from the inside.
Which was in the last episode.
Which seems like the exact same thing to me.
No, that means that I can't get back out. Which is different.
I don't know, if I'm locked inside, aren't I also trapped inside?
No, it was locked from the inside, which just means I had to get inside and then unlock it. Whereas this means you get inside and you can't get back out. It's a different thing.
I suppose.
Okay, so here's this, which goes, but, there? Oh, wait, is it? Okay, so it's got one on both sides. That's very nice. Okay.
And then there's absolutely no reason to be in here.
I think this is trapped inside here.
Right, because as soon as you pick it up...
Then you can't get it back out. Okay, and I gather we need it out here.
Probably.
Because we need it to get over here.
Well, this is a very small puzzle.
It is a very small puzzle. The last one was enormous. Okay, so... Here. Yeah, oh, I got it. Okay, so I come over here, and I connect this through the window.
Oh, that is super obvious.
Yes.
I am embarrassed I didn't think of it sooner.
There we go. And then I just go get this from inside there. Look at me all turning my head. It's true.
I thought you meant IRL for a second.
No, where I was walking, it's like my head was just all turned. It was funny. Okay, so I don't even need to get back in that room now.
Nope. That room is pointless.
So it having one on the outside is just totally a red herring.
I say red herring.
And having that. So, okay. So I need... There we go.
And then to the other side. See, I told you, we always end up, for some reason, getting the hardest puzzle in a section first, or I think maybe second this time. But still way early.
It's probably just because of the way I go around a puzzle. I mean, I guess if I went in a clockwise order, I might get it.
Possibly.
Oh, I did actually read some of the comments, which this is a while back, but Elohim apparently is the name of the Christian God in some tradition. So someone said in the comments.
Oh, interesting.
And so, because I know we had read, because it was talking about Elohim. Okay, that's the way I went, right? To go to the ocean?
No.
No, I went a different way. I'm going to go this way now. Because I'm talking. But anyway, so, at the very beginning of this game, it was like, hi, I'm Elohim, and blah, blah, blah. And we had joked about him being God, but we didn't know what that meant. And apparently, it's God. So God is God, then.
Well, apparently I'm a terrible Christian then.
Meh. I had heard of like Jehovah or Yahweh, but I've not heard of Elohim.
Which is interesting. I found out about Yahweh after I read about a character named Yahweh in a book that was not God, and it's suddenly I was like, oh, apparently I was supposed to like realized that that guy was right the whole book. Whoops.
Oh, he was supposed to be right because he was God? Because he was named after God?
I suppose, but it was one of those where it was an ongoing book and there was this like dispute between magi, and they were all named after relatively famous figures. Like Balthazar was one of them, and Yahweh was one of them.
Okay.
And I remember in the end, it turned out Yahweh was the most decent one among them. And then later I was like, oh wait, Yahweh is a name for God. That kind of makes sense then.
Right.
But I did not know that when I was reading the book.
Okay, I think this is the way I came out before.
Yep, that is.
To go out to the ocean. I'm just gonna circle the island. If it is.
Are you looking for a pirate's treasure?
Totally. Hey man, before we found that block which let us get a...
That is true.
Suddenly the music sounded a little ominous. It was all... Nyar. Is that a terminal? It looks like a terminal!
But there's no eye on it.
It's the back.
There's still no eye on it.
How do you know?
Because it's not beeping.
Hi.
Blue screen of death.
No. Oh, why did it reset? I'm gonna reset it. Or am I resetting me? I reset myself.
Aww.
Why did it come up and say that?
I don't know. And I find it particularly funny just how, like, afraid your guy was, because when he went to he was, like, shielding himself from reset. I wonder if resetting is painful.
I don't know.
I mean, you are, like, being sucked down the space-time or something.
Oh, yes, hang on. I want to go back. Which, this is the quicker way.
That is the quicker way.
Yes, I know. Well, okay, hang on. I'm gonna go finish because this is the last puzzle. And then I'll go look at the terminal. Because maybe it does something different after I finish all the puzzles.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Ooh,
Alright.
pinhole windows. Is that like a pinhole wizard?
What's a pinhole wizard?
I don't know. It's related to a pinball wizard, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
After the last episode, I took her discussions about my musical taste very seriously and went even further back in history.
I know. That's an Elton John song from, what, the 70s?
Something like that.
I don't even know.
I don't know the song. These signals are becoming harder to reach. I dread what the next temple holds in store. At the end, what? Eternal life? There's got to be another way. Now, what's interesting is that we're starting to run into significantly less comments lying around. So it means less of our predecessors have made it this far, I assume.
Theoretically, although, funnily enough, I noticed, I had watched when you uploaded one of the first episode, there was several of those QR codes that I completely just blitzed past and missed before the first one that I actually found. It's slightly embarrassing. I'm like, oh, but I'm not gonna go back and read them now.
No one's got time for that.
Okay, so this is here, and then the next red one is
Way over there.
way over there. But there are windows.
Yeah, if you go back to the very back wall where that QR code is, can you see both?
That's a good question. Find out. Okay, so I can see that, and I can.
Okay.
That's what it's talking about, pinhole, where it's like the amount of space you have to actually get it.
Yeah, this is almost an execution problem rather than a logic problem.
Yeah. There we go.
Alright. I still prefer pinball.
To what? This game? I mean, I like a good game of pinball myself, but I like this one. Okay. Here. Oh boy. Got two connectors. Bring this out here.
So yeah, because once we get these out, then we theoretically never need this room again.
Right, yes.
So we now have 3 connectors.
Yes. To get us into here. But this is blue.
Yeah, where's the blue outlet?
Yeah. Sure. It is a good question. I haven't seen it.
What is that one place that was originally connected by that? Because when we...
back over there?
Yeah, because it was going through the wall and it was doing something or other.
It was connecting to that red one right there, see?
Oh, okay, and it lowered that gate.
Yeah, and it lowered the one back behind there. Which is all well and good, but I can't get there.
Yeah, we need the blue one.
Why do I? Oh, the blue one's back here, derp.
We're so smart.
Sometimes. Okay, but, so we do have to leave that one open.
Yes.
Oh boy, I have an idea. I think, you know how, because you can connect more than one. I don't know if...
Wait, I think you may be overthinking it.
Yeah.
If you go right... Like right to the corner there, right in front of the beam.
I can see both from here.
Yeah, but the beams will cross.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So I need to be...
Okay, no, there you can't.
There's no box. Yeah, because it's... Yeah, that doesn't work. Then it interrupts that beam, and then it... Okay.
Right.
Right. Question.
Okay.
What?
Um,
Hang on. Okay, so I can't see this any further this way. I mean, just a hair. Not really. Can I go closer? Nope.
wait. Idea.
Yes.
Take that forward.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, like way forward.
Way forward?
If you connect that... Well, crap.
Oh. Wait. I've got two. I might be overthinking this. Okay, let me go back and I'll do this here. There's my other one. There's my other one. Okay. So... Okay. And then the other one is... Where did I leave it?
Right next to the end.
The end? What end?
That gate right there. There, other way. Turn.
This one? Oh, so I did. Okay.
I still have this problem with the last one.
Yes, but I don't know if there's anything in here. No. Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm going to connect this one to that one that it was connected to.
That's what I was thinking, because if we can use this and double it up.
Okay, so there's that. I've got an idea. I'm gonna move this one just a hair.
Alright.
This is very precision crap. Okay. That doesn't matter. It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That feels like it should matter.
No, it's good. Okay. Now then, this one. I'm gonna scoot.
I feel like you want to be as far to the other side as you can get.
This way?
No, that way. Yeah. Connect. I don't know why you kept moving.
Controller needs some sensitivity training. Come on! I can see it. I'm pointing at it.
Yeah, go that way. Significantly.
Oh, there you go. It doesn't need to go through the window there. It just goes through there. I have to go like...
Yeah, we have to get back in vision of it.
Right.
That should give us enough leeway.
Yes, that I think will give us... See this here.
Don't cross them. Okay, there, right there.
Right there. I can move this one a little farther back.
Yeah, good.
Yes, there we go. That should get it.
We've got you, Mr. Puzzle.
Feels more like something out of Quantum Conundrum where it's just like fiddly. There.
All right. We have met the puzzle, and they are ours.
Mm-hmm. The T-piece.
These are the TVs.
I was thinking teepee, like, you know, Native American dwelling, but yes.
We know all about teepees down here.
Yep.
Do 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 do.
Hop, hop.
Do 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 do.
That's not how that goes.
Do 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 do.
Just stop it.
Do 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 do. It's different things. It counts as stopping.
I thought that was the same thing.
Was it?
Yes. Goes
Well, you're a better manometer than I am.
yes, because I had a sister.
I have two sisters.
I have two half-sisters. They don't count.
I had a full-blown conversation with the entity in the archive today. I can't say it was terribly helpful. Still, perhaps I can claim some information further down the line. Okay.
Oh wait, I was gonna go back to the terminal on the outside.
You were.
Give me a second.
I will give you all the time you need because I can edit it out. Haha.
That is true. Hat, stay off my hat.
But there's a book about that.
No, that's the cat wearing a hat.
He's trying.
That's true. His cat is currently like sticking its head in my hat. It's more of a sniffing type motion.
My cat doesn't like green eggs and ham.
Who does? Green ham is generally spoiled and gross. I would know.
Wait, why do you know?
Because I used to work in a deli.
Oh, I thought at one point you had a terrible experience when there was ham that was green and you ate it anyway.
No, but if you pull the ham out of the case It's like a small ham that sort of fallen in the back, and it was greenish. I'm glitching. Here's this.
I don't think you're supposed to find this.
I think I am. I think it's an Easter egg. But, okay. So, I found it. But I think if I go any further... See, I'm not going out into the ocean, but...
The world. I am the words.
And it's just... It boots me back to the beginning.
It says, stop going this way, stupid.
Yep.
We've told you twice already.
Yep, but I'm okay with that.
We already looked at this.
Yeah, we did. I was just checking. Okay, so now back to the inside.
Back to the temple of Elohim.
The temple of God.
Rejoice, child, for you have fulfilled all your tasks in this land. You have conquered all its guardians and solved all its mysteries. Thus you are appointed its master, and you may do with it as you will.
I just want to.
What does that mean? How can I? If I want to tear it down, what do I do? And I want to go in here.
But you cannot.
But I'm its master, so therefore I tell it, tear down this wall.
Okay, it said master, not Gorbachev.
Wasn't that Reagan that said that?
Well, Reagan was talking to Gorbachev, though. He said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Yes.
So Gorbachev is clearly the one that did the tearing.
Right. Okay. And this goes over here. And oh, these are if I get the stars.
Yep.
Okay. Which there is. I know there's a star that I already missed.
There's at least 2.
Yeah, but I don't know that I'm going to go there. I don't know if I'm that diligent. Cat. Okay, so this was A, and so this shows all the different levels.
And they're all X'd out.
Yes, they are.
So
Very
let's
nice.
move on.
Moving on.
Well, hi, Cat.
There we go. Going from -1 to 0.
You're on the -1 level? We suck.
Apparently.
I hear you.
I went up here before, but I didn't actually look at it.
Yeah, we just were kind of like, oh, hey, this is a thing. We're not done yet. Bye.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what level A was, what area A was all about, and so...
We did.
I didn't go up here, though. Can I? No, there's not. I thought it was gonna go up higher.
Yeah, I thought that was like a stairwell rather than a stairway.
Right.
Now that one might go somewhere.
It looks like it does.
It's at least bigger. Is this where our computer is hiding? Interesting.
I don't think that's... I think it's just supposed to be a crack on the floor.
Oh, it looked like like something died there and then...
Yeah, kinda. That's what I thought at first.
What is that? Wait.
What?
Oh, that's just a... I thought that was a computer, but it's not. It's a ventilation shaft. James Bond wants to climb in that.
So, here's a thought. Okay, so those portal type things, they take me into the other areas. There's a door there. I can't get to it.
Nope.
I dislike this. I want a portal over there. Give me my portal gun. No. Anyway, maybe there's some blocks I can stack up. Must get to the door that I cannot get to. But anyway, so...
There are portals.
Yeah, so the portals take you into what is obviously sort of a virtual area, and you can't go farther. But what about out here? Is this also virtual? Or is this the real world?
I don't think so. Go to the computer. Oh my god. It's beeping!
You and your reading. There you go.
Athena 12. The great bronze bulls, interesting, pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of the... Here are some of our many generations of the gods, demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron, and memory is of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon, where the great gleaming cities stood once.
The cat is in that crouch room. I'm going to attack the other cat. Oh, it changed its mind.
Humani Nihali Ame Alienum Puto. But, interestingly, such perspectives of the decline of the ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on the individual catastrophic events. The real question we're supposed to be asked is why the Roman Empire, which has dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. I have read this paper! We must investigate... seriously, that is plagiarized. I have totally read that before.
Okay, well, one, this is saying it's an archive, so he probably, whoever designed this game, probably, at least some of the stuff they just found off of the internet or general things and just put excerpts in here in order to talk about philosophy.
We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, and the localization of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions which we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. Ready for class, please email and. Wait, go back to that. The other one. I haven't taken Latin in a long time, but I'm pretty sure that is...
The fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach.
Homo sum.
Uh-huh.
The annihilation of men and the alienation of thought?
Okay.
Is my best guess.
Somebody, go translate that for us. Internet, go.
I'm probably completely wrong, but that's roughly what it means.
It was weird because there was light, and then all of a sudden, I guess I stepped into a shadow, but it just seemed very. Didn't seem like there was a beam of light. It just seemed like, it's dark now.
Alright.
So, was it like this the last time we came out here? Was it sort of dusk, twilight?
Not that I remember, but I'd have to go back and look at the archives.
Yeah, I'm curious. So I have all the pieces to get into B.
Yep. And the tower is the final area.
So we think, I mean, I'm sure it is, but...
I mean, that's the...
And there's more headless statues out here. I don't know whether that's more unnerving or not. I'm going to be dumb. I'm going to try to walk off the edge of the map. Just to see how far it goes.
And will we be teleported back even though we're in actual area now, in theory?
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering, are we actually on... I was wondering, are we in actual space, or are we in a virtual reality again, and will it do the same thing as it did when I walked into the ocean or tried to walk off it?
Okay.
And the words made the world. I am the words.
So apparently God exists here as well.
Yes, so this is also virtual. Why would he make if this is virtual reality and it's all made by him, why would he then make a tower that you're not supposed to go to within his virtual world? Just don't make that. But then that seems very much the Garden of Eden. Why did God make it to begin with? Why?
Here's all knowledge. Don't eat this, please. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Are those...
Sphynxes.
Those are sphynxes. So are we going to Egypt now? Is level B Egypt? I bet it is.
Yay, another computer!
Fine. Here you go.
Oxyrhynchus? Oxyrhynchus. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchian papyri, okay, yeah, it sounds like Egypt to me, is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of the garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of an unimaginable insight into history, philosophy, and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of a coincidence and luck. We've lost texts of the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while the utterly trivial, even plagiarized work has survived unharmed. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering echo vampires and...
Emo vampires.
I love that they're just putting, yeah, Twilight sucks, in the middle of their game.
Yes.
They're doing emo vampires and auto-teen pop stars. We have to invest in, make sure that, exclamation mark.
Yes.
I have no reason to think the exclamation marks are not part of the garble, but I just assumed that was something.
Yes.
The Book of the Scribe of Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aaru, is the ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. I need to look at how to pronounce that. Probably going to come up a lot.
Oxyrhynchus.
We'll go with that. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, and some argue that it is a classic funerary text such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how a man's ka will become spread from his ba, and how he will have to reunite the two to become the ankh, passing a series of trials in the duat, in order to reach the paradise of Aaru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice, or a recent study suggests the text may have been intended as a philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author, or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more thorough, that's not thorough, that's to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may. I would be able to comment a lot more on that if I knew anything about ancient Egypt.
The only thing I can say is that I have sometimes wondered if way far, like 2,000 years in the future, if they're going to think we worshipped this god called Santa, and we believed he would come every so often, etc. It's...
I think the...
Yes.
I think you had it. Put the bar back. Yeah.
This needs to get there.
Which is a slightly different color, I must say.
What, the green?
Yep.
Well, they're all green. Although I do kind of like that it's sort of a brushed green, and this one seems a little... Look, you see there's a little wear and tear on the edges? Yeah.
I feel like we're breaking out of the game and going to the areas that the developers don't mean us to be in, which obviously is not true. But it feels a lot less, polished, like this is the background and underworkings of the game. And then you go in the elevator and you get back to where you're supposed to be.
Yes, but obviously this is all...
Well, I mean, I know that we're meant to be here, but it's the aesthetic.
Yes, which I like. It's interesting. I heard a beeping. I thought I heard, like, another computer console.
If there was a computer, I would let you know.
Man, I was the one who found that other one. It was just broken.
Well, that's true. I didn't care about that one. That didn't give me anything to do. Do.
A new land stands before you, my child.
Is it Egypt?
And know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
Even unlocked the land of death.
That's definitely an achievement I want on my gamer card.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Sand here. And some...
Wait, do they have heads?
They do have heads.
Holy crap.
Even with kind of faces on them. Ooh, that's pretty.
That is pretty.
And there's more up there.
So it's funny, when we first started the game, I thought I was looking at hieroglyphic stuff, and then Ivy was like, no, this is more ancient Rome. Now we're still hieroglyphic stuff.
Yes.
I was just ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Alright, but unfortunately I think we're going to have to stop here at the pinnacle of entering Egypt.
Yay! It is pretty, though.
It is. I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm wondering what Egypt will have in store. Will it be more of the connector and jammer stuff, or is it going to be a whole new world?
I'm fairly sure it's gonna be the same, like, connector jammer box. But if you look up in the left-hand corner, then it looks like we're gonna get a fan of some sort.
That's true. Because Egypt is hot.
Yes, that's totally. Or maybe it'll move the sand around.
I've played Zelda too.
Yes.
See you next time, guys.